2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
From the plains of Oklahoma, welcome high above downtown Oklahoma City. Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday. DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin.
He sure does. Fantastic, David. Thank you. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got D'Angelo Russell. Also, Malik Beasley out there. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3. Paul outside. Passes it to Dort. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
And the rejection by Towns.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Pass to Beasley. Knocked loose. Right side, Russell. Hernan Gomez finds Towns. A shot off that time. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. And last season, Karl Anthony Towns shooting over 40% from three-point range with over 8 attempts a game. I mean, Greg, he is in the conversation, don't you think, for best three-point shooting center of all time?
It's amazing, Kevin. His volume of threes is unprecedented for the center position. And it's not just standstill. Catch and shoot triples. He's hitting step backs. He could have that title when it's all said and done.
4 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Russell.
Good penetration for D'Lo right there. Real nimble on the inside. And finds an angle.
Gallinari passes to Gilgeous-Alexander.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Beasley. Up top, Russell. Wide open shot is on the money. Russell's got his second bucket tonight.
Almost perfect in the game to start. 3 of 4.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. And then for Minnesota, Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Layman subbed in for Josh Okogie. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
That's a 2 from Towns. It's hauled in by Adams.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
We've talked so much about Gilgeous-Alexander's athleticism. This is the reason why, on display.
Beasley, the pass to Towns. Beasley outside. To the paint. And Towns throws it down.
Well, the find from the off-guard Beasley there. Would like to see more of that. Malik working the ball around.
Paul against Russell. Paul looking around. From 7. Here's Adams. Minnesota with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Back to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Goes up to the stripe. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got 6.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And it's Paul penetrating. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And, you know, we talk a lot about Paul as a leader on and off the court. Was elected president of the Players Association back in 2013, re-elected for a 4-year term in 2017. People simply trust his point of view.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Mike Muscala comes in for Gallinari. Diallo, he's checked in for Terrence Ferguson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that. What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Here's Noel. Inside. Pass to Culver. Here's Reed to the left side wing. The shot by Lehman, no good.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
To the wing right side. Johnson wide open. He fires. Buries it from 3-point range. 5 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Muscala. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Now, capable of defending a few different positions, the length of Johnson has really bothered shooters.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Timberwolves on top. They lead by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. When it comes to the art of providing leadership, CP3.
The guys on the team already tell me.
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Thunder 5 right now. They've got Diallo, Mike Muscala out there with Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. Reed. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City, trailing by 5.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The pass to Muscala. Back to Schroeder. Now Muscala. And it's blocked. But they recover it. Tries again. And Noel lays it up and in. Noel's got 8.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Culver kicks to Hernan Gomez. Right wing. Passes it to Noel. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game. And
thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
And it's Towns on the follow.
The long arms, the positioning. Towns is excellent at knowing how to gobble up those second chance opportunities. Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Outside, Russell. Towns dishes to Russell. Back to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Sometimes it's the simple play that's most effective. D'Lo with a nice assist.
Thunder trailing by 3. To the wing on the left. Ferguson, the pass to Adams. Minnesota with the rebound. It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the second dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line. Throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble. Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Over in the corner. Here's Towns. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Paul's checked in.
Well, Gilgeous-Alexander, such an intriguing prospect coming out of Kentucky. I can't wait to watch in a new system how it is that he starts to understand and develop further his offensive play.
It's stolen by Adams. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. The drive by Russell. Lays it up and banks it in. Russell's got 8 points.
Well, not the biggest guy on the floor, but still big for a guard and a lefty. It's a nice soft touch from D'Lo.
And stolen by Russell. Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Fires from deep. Tips it up, and it's Towns on the follow. Now it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Here's Paul, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, right now the defense completely uncomfortable in guarding pick and rolls with Chris Paul. He loves to dice up the D in those sets.
Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. 1 second left, and no good on the last second attempt this time. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And a chance now to... Okay, David, much appreciated, and now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Let's talk. The first half was all about Karl Anthony Towns. He had 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 blocks. And that's a wrap for our halftime show, the third quarter.
I just got the phone and got it blacked out. Yeah, look at
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. They've got Towns. Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. Paul dishes to Gallinari. Yep, that one goes in there. Gallinari's got the game tied up here for Oklahoma City.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team and just fighting tonight.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Looking to end his cold spell, and Russell with the lay-in. Russell's got 10 points.
Well, that's nice coordination as Russell seemed to know that he was going to get around the defense.
The shot's good from Paul.
And Paul played in his 10th NBA All-Star game last year after having missed the event 3 years in a row.
And some of that could have been health, and then obviously some of it was fit with other teams. But this Thunder offense has really played to Chris Paul's strengths and working through a ton of options, sometimes playing deep into the shot clock. Again, highly efficient and one of the best mid-range players, and then working alongside Steven Adams. This has been a bit of a symphony here.
Here's Paul. Nice D from Russell.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Beasley for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Okogie. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, tough to hold on to the ball with those fast hands from D'Lo that are active.
And the pass to Gallinari. That one misses. And Minnesota will come the other way. An even 3-on-3 break. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Thunder with some changes. Mike Muscala is checked in for Gallinari. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Reed's checked in. Beasley outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Russell. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And that's 12 points for D'Angelo Russell. And the layup's good off the glass.
For an undersized player, Chris Paul's a pretty good finisher around the rim. Certainly knows all the angles.
Paul against Russell. Here's Towns. The Thunder pull it in. There's 1:54 left to play in the third.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Russell passes to Towns. For 3. It's hauled in by Diallo.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
For the tie. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Diallo's got his first basket of the night.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Left side, Towns. Outside, Russell. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Back to Paul. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Yes, that goes in.
and it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Beasley outside. Russell. And it's blocked. Adams outside. Down low. It's tipped. Towns with the steal. Here's Beasley. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And you can see Beasley's athleticism as he's out in the open court getting it done.
Paul outside. He feeds it to Adams. That's tipped. He dishes it to Muscala. Just 5 on the clock. Beasley for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Timberwolves lead by 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander pair up in the backcourt. Nerlens Noel is out there with Gallinari, and it's Ferguson in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Johnson, the pass to Reed. Back to Johnson. A 3 ball. Kept alive.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Minnesota. Over with it. Johnson goes in. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Now, Crafty getting into the lane. Johnson at his size weaves in and gets the contact and initiates it on the drive.
Noel down low. He's guarded by Johnson. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Noel. Pass to Culver. Hernangomez in the corner. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Johnson can't hit. Well, Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. To the middle, here's Ferguson. Lays it up off the glass.
A nice Ferguson looking confident to get in there and knock one down.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Schroeder passes to Noel. Now here's Culver. Timberwolves passing it around. Inside. Here's Johnson. Pass to Okogie. Back to Johnson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Johnson's got the lead up to 6 now for Minnesota.
Well, the strength of Johnson, they're hard to contain, adept at scoring despite getting bodied up.
The shot's good.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Colbert kicks to Hernangomez. Johnson against Gallinari. Fires for 3. The shot, no good. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Noel with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Easy to forget that sometimes Gallo is 6'10", so skilled and is aggressive down there, making the D get physical with him.
That one is off.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Dort's checked in, and Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Timberwolves also changing it up. Towns, he's checked in for Hernangomez. Malik Beasley comes in for Jake Layman. And it's Russell in for Culver. Here's Beasley. Outside, Towns. Johnson, the pass to Towns. 5 to shoot. And Noel gets a hand on that one, knocking it away. Thunder trailing by 5. Here's Dort. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Dort's got his first points of the night.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Russell with a wide open look. And Towns throws it down.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
And the shot is good.
Gilgeous-Alexander coming through big time.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Easily outside. Pass to Okogie. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's Paul. And stolen by Russell. To the inside. Towns against Noel. Launches it. Towns, no luck.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Got it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
I think a lot of people are surprised that D'Angelo Russell has been able to step up and put in this kind of point production, because coming out of college, it was all thoughts around his playmaking ability.
Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2 here.
Just such leadership that Chris Paul brings every night to the floor. It commands your respect and the opponent's respect, and it's making everyone around him better right now.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The pass to Okogie. It's stolen by Adams. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And the Thunder with the possession here. Out to the right wing. Dort passes to Adams. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through.
Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a DA. It's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. Donovan Mitchell grew up around pro athletes. His father worked in Major League Baseball. And Donovan...
What a great guy. DA, thank you for that. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Beasley is out there with Russell. Then there's Towns. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Jazz, Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard. And he lays it straight in. Conley's got the opening basket of the game for Utah. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5, because listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Now here is Russell, 6 to shoot. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Passes it to Ingles. And here is Mitchell. Lays it up off the glass.
You have to prevent Mitchell from driving. This guy too quick and too crafty once he gets into the lane.
And we talk a lot about Mitchell's offense, and for a good reason, but the defense is also an area where he's excelled.
Oh, no doubt, Greg. We identify him with the offensive end of the floor because he's carried a burden for the Utah Jazz early in his career. But think about it. He's strong, athletic, long wingspan, excellent instincts. This guy has the potential to be one of the most impactful two-way players in today's NBA.
Timberwolves passing it around. To the paint. Towns, the pass to Beasley. Utah with the rebound. Mitchell looking it over. Inside, Bogdanovich. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
And Towns gets it to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Mitchell after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Okogie, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Conley left side. Mitchell wide open. No good on the 3.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Hernan Gomez finds Towns. The score now all even. Towns has got his second bucket of the game to go.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. 1:41 left to play here in the first. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Well, it's all about decision making in the pick and roll, and Donovan Mitchell making all the right choices.
Beasley against Mitchell. Beasley outside. Conley against Russell. Over Conley, and it's Russell missing. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Mitchell's shot is good.
Boy, how about the blinding speed in transition? Donovan Mitchell ferocious attacking in the open floor.
Back to Russell. Pass to Okogie. Towns down low, defended by Gobert. Russell passes to Towns. It's stolen by Gobert. Free throw line jump shot. Again, Mitchell missing. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Trailing by 4. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
How about that big-time power move in traffic?
Pass to Ingles. Down low. Conley. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Conley's got his second bucket of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
For 3, Okogie. No good that time. And so the first quarter is in the books. Jazz lead 5-4. And the second. And always interesting to hear from Donovan Mitchell, who recently spoke about the teams.
Everybody had their expectations of what we...
And you know, Greg, Mitchell's going to be right in the middle of it, leading the way.
And on top of everything else he does, he's elite at getting his own shot. We've seen him carry this team offensively at times. Boy, he is special.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Culver. James Johnson is out there with Layman, and it's Noel in at the shooting guard. Culver passes to Reed. Here's Layman, guarded by O'Neal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
This is a strength of Moutier's, right? Get into the lane, put your speed to good use.
Here's Culver. The pass to Noel. Johnson wide open. He fires. Here's Reed. Culver kicks to Layman. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Tries yet again, and the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Reed.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Now, here's Clarkson. Defense right on him, and he goes in for the dunk.
Well, Jordan Clarkson loves the offensive end, and he's in the flow on that drive. That's nice.
A guy who can be a little inconsistent game to game. Clarkson can be extremely consistent year to year.
Right. Consider him as a rookie. Many of the numbers then are similar to what they are now. But the one thing that has improved is the consistency of the three-point shooting. He's worked so hard on it, and that's where the consistency has started to take root.
Reed powered down with both hands.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now, here's Culver, defended by Moutier. Reed the pass to Culver. Passes to Noel. Johnson for 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. And here we go. Fast break. Moutier's got it. Loads it up for Davis. That shot off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 3. Layman pass to Reed. Johnson kicks to Layman. Back to Johnson. Over Bogdanovich. The shot by Johnson, no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Up top, Moutier. Low block shot on the way. Here's Davis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal. Mitchell, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Conley in for Emmanuel Mudiay.
And the Timberwolves have made it clear Karl Anthony Towns is their franchise player. He's the guy they're building around.
And Towns drops them both. And we've heard Towns for years pronouncing his happiness with the Timberwolves. Last season, Greg, as the losses piled up, some rumors that he was getting frustrated.
Well, we've seen this pattern with the Timberwolves before, right? Kevin Garnett, Kevin Love, all-star big men who ended up leaving the Twin Cities to win titles.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. It's deflected. Beasley finds Hernan Gomez. Here's Towns. Gobert with the block.
Let's remember that the 7-foot frame includes a 7'9" wingspan. Rudy Gobert, the Stifle Tower, doing work.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Beasley, the pass to Towns. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. Minnesota shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Russell, no luck. Here's Mitchell. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Mitchell's got 8 points.
When you think pure scorer, one of the guys that comes to mind, as young as he is, Donovan Mitchell.
And that. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. And when we talk about the best shooters in the game, and we were just doing that moments ago, and that'll do it for our...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Gobert in at the center position. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Jazz leading by 4. Outside Bogdanovich. Here's Conley. Again, the Jazz score.
Well, Mike Conley has mastered pick and roll play and does such a good job making the right decisions.
It's Russell with the drive. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Russell's got his first points in this one. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bojan Bogdanovic was a pro in Europe for a decade before he joined the NBA. And the Croatian sharpshooter says, a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another challenge, to play against the best in the world. That was the only thing that was important to me. Guys, he's lived up to that promise.
He loves that challenge, and he's having success. D.A., thank you. Utah is shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Mitchell's shot is good.
I'm telling you this, if you leave one of Ingles' teammates open, Joe is going to find him.
Russell passes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Mitchell against Beasley. Now, here's Mitchell, guarded closer. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Boy, if he's got momentum, you better step back. Donovan Mitchell on his way to the cup.
And Doris, as Gobert has added strength, his rebounding numbers have continued to improve.
That's right, Greg. He's always been a force as a shot block. But over the past 2 seasons, this guy as a rebounder has been top 3 in the league. Last year, he even challenged Andre Drummond for king of the boards. He's got great size, great anticipation, and he plays with passion.
Again, Mitchell missing. Timberwolves trail by 6. Hernangomez passes to Russell. Beasley outside. Fires the 3. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Here's Mitchell. He dishes it to Gobert. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one is on Towns.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. George Niang, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Here's Johnson.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Conley into the lane. Minnesota with the rebound. Reeves got 4 rebounds now tonight. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Noel, no good. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
How about the athleticism of Donovan Mitchell? 6'3", but boy, can he get off his feet.
Timberwolves trail by 10. And here's Culver. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Mitchell. Feeds it to Gobert. It's hauled in by Noel.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Johnson kicks to Culver. Here's Reed over Gobert. Reed misses. Got it up. He can't get that one. And so it's Utah going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, James Johnson is out there with Layman. And there's D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Culver. And it's Reed in at the 5 down low. Russell with it. Now defended by Gobert. Yep, that one goes.
This guy an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Clarkson with the ball. And there's the feed to Gobert. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Russell against O'Neal. Back to Johnson. Stolen by Mitchell. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. It's tipped. Now here's Culver, the fast break chance. Layman pass to Russell. It's stolen by Gobert. Jumps up, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Well, this is where the freakish length of Rudy Gobert, so effective at reaching in and prying the ball away from the opposition.
And with that, the Utah lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Russell.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
To the middle, here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, the defense, no time to react on the Rudy Gobert throwdown.
Russell looking around. Pass to Reed. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Russell against Clarkson.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Big group substitution now for Minnesota.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Outside, Russell. Gobert with the defensive effort. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Clarkson passes to Bogdanovich. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, at 6'8". Bojan Bogdanović is very comfortable in close.
To the inside, and the dunk by Towns.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Down low. O'Neal passes to Gobert. A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. Just 5 to shoot. To the paint. Clarkson finds Gobert. And the rejection by Towns. It's stolen by Gobert. Back to Clarkson. Now O'Neal. And the rejection by Towns.
A terrific effort by Towns. Sticks with the play and sends it back.
We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Russell passes to Towns. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
And the Jazz with some changes. Joe Ingles comes in for O'Neal, and it's Conley in for Clarkson.
Well, a 7-footer who's got guard-like skills, who can shoot the lights out. Karl Anthony Towns is a problem, guys.
Mitchell, and he uses the glass on the layup. Mitchell's got 12 points here in the second half.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Utah.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Donovan Mitchell.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Russell dishes to Towns, and it's in there.
If Karl Anthony Towns is feeling it, he will command the basketball. And as a coach, that's what you're hoping for.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Mitchell up top, covered by Beasley, and the rejection by Towns.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
And it's Bogdanovich off the drive.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. Even early. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap up. Here's Towns, and it's Okogie in at the small forward position. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson, and it's Oubre in at the small forward. To the right side, Hernan Gomez finds Towns, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me harken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Here's Ayton. Second chance shot. It's another look. Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Ayton. And that one drops for him.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Russell passes to Towns. And the rejection by Ayton. And another shot. Russell with a wide open look. But they get it back to the left side wing. Pass to Towns. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
Well, I like the way Towns reads where the ball is coming off when it's missed, man. He's got excellent timing as well and did a good job beating everybody to the ball.
The drive by Rubio. Here's Ayton. And it's Russell with the rebound. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And he comes up with the deuce.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
In the corner, it's Oubre. To the middle. Ayton kicks to Oubre. Back to Ayton. He dishes it to Oubre. Shot clock at 3. Misses off the left iron.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And there's the pass to Okogie. Here's Hernan Gomez. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Ayton. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. With the Suns at full strength, able to win some games, he's obviously a huge part of their future.
It's good on the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays on the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
And Phoenix pushing it up now. Kicks it out to Rubio. The dish to Ayton. Johnson outside. Phoenix needs to get off the shot. Offensive rebound. And that one's good, Ayton.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
Okogie, the pass to Towns. Okogie, the second chance points on the tip in.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Rubio outside. Oubre on the wing. Inside. A second chance effort. Out of hand on it. And they'll keep possession. Goes up with it again. Here's Ayton. Towns with the steal. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. So both teams changing it up here. Suns on defense. trailing by 2. Out to the right wing. Here's Noel. Phoenix grabs the miss. Carter down low. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
I like the way Saric picks his spots on offense. He doesn't rush anything. He's got really nice patience. A smart player.
Just 3 on the clock. And no good that time. It's all tied in Phoenix. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Bridges and Saric make up the forward. Then there's Carter. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position. Now here's Culver. Not a lot of room. Reed gets the bucket.
Nice heads-up play that time from Culver. Excellent awareness.
Here's Jerome. Doubled by Culver. Jerome, no good. Here's Noel. Defended by Bridges. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Pass to Reed. He kicks to Culver. 5 on the clock. Here's Noel. The shot that time, not on target. The Suns go the other way with it. Here's Saric. They get it back. The Timberwolves trail. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Carter leading the charge. And they're able to recover. Dishes it to Baines. Passes it to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Back to Baines. Johnson inside. Charge is there. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
So for the Suns, Oubre's checked in for Aaron Baines, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Russell passes to Towns. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And you talk post up, face up, you name it. Karl Anthony Towns gets it done.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He's really molded that versatility into his game. I mean, he can pass it, drive it, shoot. You remember, he won the skills challenge back in 2016. I mean, he's a 7-footer for sure, but he's got guard skills, too.
Outside, Towns. Lays it up and banks it in. Towns has got 6.
You know, for a guy with Towns' size, I mean, to have this level of body control, it's no wonder the contact didn't bother the shot.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Pass to Hernan Gomez. To the inside. Towns, no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got his first 2 points.
And the deft touch from Booker. I love when he gets fancy and lofts it up there like that.
It's Russell with the drive. Yep, that one goes in there.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
On the wing, Booker, covered by Beasley. Tries from the block, and Booker with a nice bucket inside. Booker's got the lead, back up to 5 now for the Suns. To the paint. Out to Russell. And he makes the 8-footer.
Excelling in the pick and roll back at the Ohio State University. Russell bringing that skill along with him to the NBA. That skill travels well.
Rubio against Towns. They double him with Russell. And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got the lead up to 5 now for the Suns.
High percentage look there, guys. Rubio's best chance to score, and he maxed it out.
Towns. Kogi inside the 3-point line. No good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Sun.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, for the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that'll do.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. DeAndre Ayton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
It takes a lot to dominate a game without shooting lights out, but that's exactly what he was able to do with his play on the glass.
Yes, sir. I mean, that area around the bucket has been his turf tonight. A sensational display of rebounding in the first half.
Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. We've got D'Angelo Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Towns in at center. There's the lob to Towns. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And you see Towns with the big sure hand controlling that putback.
Rubio the pass to Ayton. Rubio against Russell. And the basket by Rubio.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Beasley dishes to Towns. Baseline jumper. And the shot is long. Phoenix leading by 5. Now, here's Rubio. Takes it out to Booker. He dishes it to Rubio. Booker against Russell. Here's Johnson. That's tipped.
Okogie's defense is top tier. He never stops working and causing problems at that end of the floor.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Great positioning on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip line.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Noel. Good work defensively by Carter. Suns leading by 5. Here's Jerome. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Here's Reed, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That is his first foul of the game. The Suns making a switch here. Bridges checks in. Here's Noel. Good work defensively by Carter.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Bridges kicks to Baines. There's the pass to Saric. Over Johnson. The shot by Saric, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And that one clearly a foul. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
Carter, the pass to Kaminsky. Back to Carter. It's deflected. Outside, Russell. And the layup's good off the glass. And it's now only a 1-point Suns lead.
Maybe he's not the fastest guy on the court, but quickness is more important than pure speed in basketball. Russell's handle and scoring instincts, though, are borderline elite.
Carter down low. He's guarded by Russell. And the basket by Kaminsky.
I like the way Kaminsky takes advantage of using the angles now. He plays smart inside.
Russell passes to Reed. Russell feeling it out a bit. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Russell's got 8.
And, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Johnson kicks to Russell. To the middle. Reed the pass to Russell. Bucket is good. 10 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Down low. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Johnson, the pass to Reed. Over Kaminsky. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. But and while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Ayton. And it's Oubre in at the 3 side. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Russell the open look, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, the first half was 1 to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
On the wing, Booker, covered by Beasley, shoots from 8. A putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this is why you gotta put a body on Ayton. When you don't, he torches you with the putback.
Booker against Russell. Here's a Kogi. And the rejection by Ayton. Booker against Russell. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That is his first foul of the game. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Phoenix. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Booker dishes to Baines. Ayton, the pass to Oubre. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Beasley for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Boy, such a dangerous threat in transition. I mean, once Beasley gets a step on the defense, goodbye.
Oubre passes to Baines. Now here's Oubre. Defense is right there. That shot off. Outside, Towns. The shot comes out. Now the Suns take it the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Baines. Count the basket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Ayton attacking. Kicks it out to Rubio. Back to Ayton. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio. Ayton's got it all tied up now for the Suns. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Russell passes to Towns. Out to Russell. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Johnson, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Noel's checked in. The drive by Rubio. So they take the lead.
And big props, major props to Rubio. Being aggressive, making plays with the game heating up. That's what you want your point guard to do. Make it happen.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Russell dishes to Towns. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Towns? Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
Here's Booker. And the rejection by Towns. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. .144 left in the game. Just 5 on the clock. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Shoots over Towns.
Really a complete defender. I mean, Towns able to do it in the paint and on the perimeter.
A drive by Russell. Ron Gomez trying to break free. And yes, it's good. Russell's got 4 this quarter. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. A 2-point game. 1:15 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Ayton. To the inside. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Ayton.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Passes it to Okogie. There's the feed to Towns. Lets it go from 11. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Rubio against Russell. Rubio the pass to Johnson. Feeds to Ayton. Another shot. Good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Beasley's checked in. Inside. Towns, high post. Back to Beasley. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. So it's Phoenix now. Here's Johnson.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
And regulation now complete. We will. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. And it's the Suns to start out. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Setting the floor for the Suns. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. 4 on the clock and stolen by Russell. One-on-one fast break. Throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a three-point play.
6'9" wingspan of Russell. Reaches, picks it clean, then there he goes off to the races.
Suns trail by 3. Booker in the post. Working on Beasley. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Back to Booker. Booker draws the double. Pocket 6. Ayton attacking. And the shot is good.
He is showing signs of maturity in these moments. It's clear that Ayton takes pride in coming through for his team.
Pass to Okogie. To the middle. Outside, Russell. Towns. Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Well, Phoenix shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Booker in the post. By Beasley. Saric. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Johnson finds Beasley. And there's the pass to Towns. Over Saric. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Saric.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. In overtime here, a minute and a half off the clock. Russell against Rubio. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Minnesota on D, and the basket by Rubio.
Obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Beasley against Rubio. Kicks it out to Beasley. This one for 3. Connects from three-point range. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
On the wing, Booker. And it's off from three-point range. Outside, Towns. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Towns at the elbow. Kicks to Russell. Three-pointer. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 7. Here's Oubre. And the Suns miss again.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They've used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
There's Russell with the three. Off on that one. And so the Timberwolves take the win. They escape with a victory, although they needed an extra period. And with tip-off.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, D.A. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4-man position. All going up court. Here's Russell. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
That's nice coordination as Russell seemed to know that he was going to get around the defense.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul passes to Adams. From 8 feet away, he drops it in. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Beasley, the pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Well, the find from the off-guard Beasley there would like to see more of that. Malik working the ball around.
The 8-footer, and it's Paul getting it to go. About a minute played so far here in the first. Beasley outside. Over to the wing. Okogie, the pass to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Well, that's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Over Paul. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Pass to Dort. And the Thunder can't hang on to the ball.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Russell with a wide open look. And Paul pulls it down.
Well, due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist from Gallinari.
Well, Gallinari does such a great job of recognizing the floor space, and that time, credit him with the assist.
To the paint. Stolen away. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Chris Paul is not afraid of getting hit, whether it's him initiating it or anticipating it. Plays through that contact well.
Minnesota making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Ferguson's checked in. Now, here is Russell. Passes to Johnson. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Adams.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And it's Gallinari missing. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. They trail by 1. Adams against Towns. He dishes it to Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Crafty getting into the lane. Johnson at his size weaves in and gets the contact and initiates it on the drive.
Now here's Adams. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Towns with the ball. Beasley kicks to Russell. From down low. Connects. The jumper drops. Russell's got 6. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Al Paul, after D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go.
So creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
There's Russell with the 3. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 9.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Baseline try. The shot by Paul, no good.
Mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Towns. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Adams. Muscala comes in for Gallinari. Diallo, he's checked in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. Now here's Schroeder. 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside, Towns. Misses the three. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
D'Angelo Russell getting it done for Minnesota. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of... And recently, D'Angelo Russell, Greg, told us about some offseason work he put in.
Man, I picked a lot of people's brains, going in.
Greg doing what he can do to reach that immense potential.
You know, the talent is there. There's never been a question about that, but you also have to be reliable and accountable, both to yourself and to your team. Sounds like that's becoming his focus.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
We've got Culver, and it's Noel in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Thunder trailing by 10. Schroeder outside. Makes it off the glass.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
Culver passes to Reed. Poked away and stolen by Noel. Pass to Diallo. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Dort got a hand on it.
And great positioning there from Culver. That's what allowed him to get the block.
And it's Layman in the corner. The pass to Hernan Gomez. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And we know GA's shooting is a question mark for Jarrett Culver.
A long windup, a little hitch in his giddy-up, and shoots it kind of on the way down. He's reworked his motion. I like the high release, but it's still a work in progress.
Culver passes to Hernan Gomez. Can't connect from short range.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. James Johnson's checked in for the Timberwolves. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. Here's Layman. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Noel passes to Reed. To the wing right side. Culver kicks to Johnson. 5 to shoot. To the right side. wing. There's Noel. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And I think Shea Gilgeous-Alexander knows that this is an assist play in the making. Finds the open man.
Now here's Culver. D right on him. Here's Reed. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Back to Johnson. To the inside. Shooter comes with the double team. Reed misses. The Thunder with the lead. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Lehman pulls it down. Minnesota's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
It's his first trip to the line.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Molinari comes in for Mike Muscala. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Diallo. And it's Paul in for Dennis Schroeder. That one doesn't drop. And Minnesota now the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Culver dishes to Johnson. They double-team Johnson. Culver passes to Reed, and Adams sends it back.
And Steven Adams just throwing that one out of the way.
Here's Culver. And it's Paul penetrating. It's hauled in by Noel. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Johnson's got the ball. Offline with his three. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to what a start for D'Angelo Russell. He had 9 points and 1. And that's
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the three. A couple years ago, after making all-rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But, Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
Russell against Gilgeous-Alexander. Russell dishes to Johnson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Paul outside. Shoots from 12. Here's Adams. Rebound, Minnesota.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Beasley for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Beasley's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Dort misses.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
And And the dunk by Towns.
D'Lo at that size has great court vision and a great pass.
Paul finds Gallinari. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Gallinari's got his first points of the game.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Paul passes to Gallinari. Feeds to Adams. That shot missing. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Outside, Russell. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And it's off the back rim, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
It's blocked. They retain possession. One-on-one here. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Beautiful assist in transition. They beat the defense down the floor. The ball always wins.
Here's Paul. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Chris Paul, when he gets into those tight spots, he becomes pretty smart in there.
And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Beasley, the pass to Towns. Good on the shot.
Well, defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
Inside. Here's Noel. And the rejection by Towns. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. Beasley for 3. They get it back. And it's Towns on the follow. And now a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
The long arms, the positioning. Towns is excellent at knowing how to gobble up those second chance opportunities.
Paul outside. Pass to Noel. Towns with the steal. Here is Russell. 11 points in the game. Beasley for 3. It's rebounded by Schroeder. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Offensive rebound. And there it is for him.
And Terrence Ferguson in the right spot at the right time. Just getting down there. Another second chance opportunity for his team.
Beasley finds Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Beasley, the pass to Russell. And here's Towns. And it's Russell in the corner. No good on the triple.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And it's Schroeder in the corner. And he banks in the layup. Now just a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, you don't want to body him up. He's just too fast as Schroeder's able to get it done.
Here's Russell. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Timberwolves ahead. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's James Johnson. Then there's Towns. And it's Okogie in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And now the Timberwolves on the break. It's Beasley on the wing. Outside, Russell. His 3-pointers off the mark. Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Diallo. Banked in off the glass.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
They've done very, very well in transition. The problems have come in other areas, which is why they're trailing.
Johnson finds Russell. Back to Johnson. Outside Russell, just 5 to shoot. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
I think D'Lo has all sorts of confidence when he has that kind of spot in his arsenal.
And stolen by Russell. Down low, here's a Kogi. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Ferguson. Up again. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Russell. Here's a Kogi. Out to Russell. Back to Towns from downtown, and the 3-ball is good. And it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter, even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter. Will that make right there? That could change things.
Here's Noel. And that time, also a missed shot. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Russell with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Beasley for 3. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Timberwolves leading by 6. To the middle. Here's Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Towns can sure get himself going offensively.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Russell passes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
This whole second half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
And Noel kicks it over to Schroeder. And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th. Always going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Johnson. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for James Johnson. Kogi, the pass to Towns. Here's Dort. Gallinari left side. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Towns.
His versatility, at least for Gallinari, is something that's so important for coaches to utilize. He's capable of stretching the floor the way he shoots it.
And so he makes both from the line.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Tips it, and it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 20 points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Timberwolves leading by 8. From deep 3-point range, Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Oklahoma City working against the clock now. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Adams, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Steven Adams, a workhorse down low like that. Once he's got position, he'll want the ball.
For Minnesota, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. To the left wing, back to Russell. There's 45 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. That shot, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Gallinari with the steal.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Clearly a foul.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5. And he makes both free throws. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Towns, the pass to Okogie. Gallinari with the steal. Beasley with the steal. Towns kicks to Hernan Gomez. Beasley right side. From deep. Sinks the three-pointer.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And so many. And
Kevin, thank you very much.
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. The starters for the Utah Jazz. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. And for Minnesota, we've got D'Angelo Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Towns in at the center, locking down the middle. 2 points. That one goes.
He's wiry strong. Conley's made a living taking contact and making shots.
And such a great all-around player for over a decade now. Conley is one of the class acts in our league.
He is, GA, one of the best floor leaders we have. He's completely unselfish. Also, 3-time NBA Sportsmanship Award winner. And in 2019 was named NBA Teammate of the Year.
Now here's Gobert after D'Angelo Russell's miss. Releases from 15, and good. He got the English that time as it falls.
Boy, how valuable is Donovan Mitchell. Having him in the fold sets up this team moving forward.
Inside. Nails the baby hook.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Conley against Russell. Gobert controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
For Gobert, when it comes to rebounding, it's not just the height and length, it's also the instincts.
The pass to Okogie. Here's Towns, defended by Gobert. From 15 feet away, the putback, and it's Russell with that extra effort.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Conley into the lane. Gobert trying to get open. Conley gets the bucket.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Mitchell against Beasley. Pass to Okogie. Back to Beasley. Pulls it up. Rebound, Utah.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Wasted no time on that one.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Russell. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Conley. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Mitchell with it, now guarded by Towns. To the paint. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Such a valuable playmaker for this team. Mitchell can get his own and get others involved as well.
To the inside. Here's Okogie. Ingles with the ball. Towns with the steal. 1:51 left in the first quarter of the game. Another miss by Minnesota. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Conley left side. Mitchell in the corner. Puts up a 3. Utah getting another chance here. And it's Bogdanovich on the follow.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Towns. Unable to get that one. The Jazz go the other way with it. Conley left side. Mitchell outside. And he banks in the layup. Mitchell's got 6.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Now here's Towns to end the run. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And proving to be a prolific scorer from anywhere on the floor. That's a gimme for Towns.
The drive by Mitchell.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Here's Beasley following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Towns kicks to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up off the glass.
And something Russell did well in college, scoring off the pick and roll.
Jazz leading by 10. On the wing, Mitchell. Covered by Beasley. Now, here's Mitchell. 8 points for him. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. 10 points for him.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Jazz, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Jazz. Davis is out there with O'Neal. Then there's Emmanuel Mudiay. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Clarkson in at the 2 spot. Mudiay, no good. Timberwolves trail by 12. Here's Noel. Passes it to Reed. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The shot by Layman, no good. Jazz shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. And there's the call on Jake Layman. That is his first foul of the game. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. If you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
O'Neal up top. He's still scoreless so far in this one. From in close, Johnson with the block.
Sneaky shot blocker. James Johnson is not the biggest guy, but he has the reach to do it.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Johnson up top. He's guarded by Davis. Culver with it. Gobert on him. Culver's shot is off. And so it's Mudiay with it. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. And it's good, 2 points.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Mudiay pass to Davis. And Culver pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 12. Here's Noel. From down in the low post, it goes.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Russell's checked in. The Jazz also changing it up. Bogdanovich is checked in for Davis. Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Here's Layman. Ingles covering. Here's Layman. Over Ingles. Misses off the right iron. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. The Jazz again can't hit it. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And here's Johnson outside. Rebound, Utah. And last season, at least at first, it was a challenge for Ingles to mesh with Mike Conley.
Yeah, I mean, Conley came in to run the offense, which kind of took the ball out of Ingles' hands a little bit. But then Conley goes out with the hamstring, and that allowed Ingles to get back into rhythm, and he's been able to handle that load many times for this group. No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws of this game. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. Both shots good from the stripe. There's 48 seconds left here in the second. Conley against Russell. Conley kicks to Ingles. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Ingles has got his first points in this one. And here's Russell. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low. Here's Reed. Gobert with the block.
You really have to be careful with Gobert lurking around. He'll send it back.
Mitchell looking it over. Here's the teardrop. That one falls. Mitchell's got the lead up to 14 now for Utah.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their...
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 12 points, 3
and after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
They've got Karl Anthony Towns, Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Ryan Saunders.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge league with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
And Russell gets it to go.
A quick-minded player. Russell can adapt to defenses and put the ball through the hoop.
The drive by Mitchell. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Floats it up for Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Mitchell. Again, Mitchell missing.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Noel's checked in. Then for the Jazz, Royce O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. For 3, Beasley. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Ed Davis is checked in for the Jazz. Clarkson comes in for Michael Conley. Pass to Noel. Bogdanovich against Beasley. Shot clock at 5. And Davis pulls it down. Jazz leading by 12. Here's Bogdanovich. Off target at the rim.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And that one is good. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
The Jazz have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Timberwolves trail by 15. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Culver dishes to Towns. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Towns has got his second bucket.
An impressive all-around player. Culver passes the ball well for a guy at that position.
Here's Clarkson. No good on that one. And Minnesota now the other way.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Oh, and the jam by Towns.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
For the Jazz, Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Moutier. The pass to Clarkson. It's rebounded by Towns.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
Beasley. Another miss by Minnesota. It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Outside Bogdanovich. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And entering the league as a complimentary scorer, Bogdanovich put up 20 points a game last year. That was a career high in the 4th straight year that he improved his scoring average.
Some changes for Minnesota. Reed's checked in, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Beasley. Joe Ingles is checked in for the Jazz. Culver with it, now guarded by Bogdanovich. Got a piece of it, stolen by O'Neal, and here they come. Goes up, and the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Mitchell against Towns. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. They grab their own miss. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Staying with it, and Gobert with the high-flying tip dunk.
Russell high post. O'Neal's there. Russell passes to Culver. Back to Russell. Over Mitchell. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint down.
Now O'Neal. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The drive by Mitchell. Here's Gobert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one is on Towns.
Gobert going to the line. The defense couldn't do anything but foul the big fella.
So he gets them both. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the 4th quarter. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position. Conley's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 12. Reed the pass to Russell. Pass to Okogie.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Utah with the ball. Mitchell right side. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Doesn't matter to the great offensive players who's guarding them. And Donovan Mitchell is trying to become one of them.
Russell looking it over. To the paint, just 5 to shoot. It's good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jazz leading by 12. Mitchell finds Conley. Here's Gobert. Mitchell wide open. Cranes the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Because he's so good at putting the ball on the floor and making plays, the 3 is going to be available to Donovan Mitchell.
Russell left side. Pass to Okogie. Here's Reed. Ingles covering. 5 to shoot. Here's Russell. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. The wide open look here for Ingles. Utah the rebound. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. And the Jazz lead by 17.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them. I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Now here's Conley. He's covered closely. Towns with the defensive effort. Here's Okogie. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Now here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely. Mitchell is doubled. Kicks to Ingles. Back to Mitchell. Ingles in the corner from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Russell dishes to Towns. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Jazz.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Donovan Mitchell.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
To the middle. Out to Russell. Back to Johnson. And Johnson with the stop.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Mitchell against Beasley. Mitchell's shot is good. And the Jazz lead by 15.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Conley for three. That shot off. Towns for three. No good there. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And in. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation.
Kevin, good evening.
Knows it very well, D.A. Thank you so much. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Oubre in at the 3. And for the Timberwolves, we've got Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Towns in at center. Now here's Booker. Feeds it to Ayton. Back to Booker, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
Here's Russell. Makes it off the glass.
This guy, an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Russell against Rubio. To the inside. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Towns.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now, here is Russell. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Here's Russell. Rebound by the Suns.
You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career, he demonstrated three-point range. And while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
Now here's Booker, and stolen by Russell. Towns with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Finished off the break.
Well, that's how you bring out the best in your teammates. Towns is a prolific scorer, but guess what? He'll find you if you're open.
And Monty Williams said, offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools he brings to the game. If he can draw more fouls, he can get to the free throw line. And he's such a good shooter there, it only makes sense.
Here is Russell. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Shoots over Rubio. Russell finds Hernan Gomez. Here's Okogie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Russell. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Russell's got his second basket of the game.
That's a nuanced understanding of pick and roll play. D'Angelo Russell, nicely done.
Booker the pass to Johnson. He dishes it to Ayton. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And that one's good. Russell. Suns trail by 4. Oubre with it. He's picked up by Russell. Oubre kicks to Rubio. Booker outside. Rubio dishes to Ayton. Towns with the defensive effort.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Beasley against Booker. Out to Russell. Here's Towns. Russell left side. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Russell's got 8 points.
In catch-and-shoot situations, you've got to be balanced and in control. Mr. Russell, well done.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. James Johnson's checked in for Minnesota. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. Sharge checked in for Phoenix. Now here's Oubre. There's the dish to Sharge. Ayton in the corner. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Oubre passes to Ayton. Tries again. It's rebounded by Towns.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Russell kicks to Layman. Out to Russell for the three. Rebound by the Suns. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Rubio misses. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Minnesota. Out to the wing. Here's Lehman. It's not going to go for him. The Suns go the other way with it. Carter, the pass to Saric. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Dario Saric, the homie, as he was known in Philly, a Croatian finesse forward for this team.
You know what I love about Dario is here's a big man who can space the floor with his shooting. He can balance that with an ability to make plays off the dribble. He's a really sneaky cutter and a very opportunistic rebounder. I mean, this is a big man who will contribute in a lot of different areas.
Carter looking around. Pulls up on the elbow. Phoenix no good that time either.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Both good from the line that time. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Bridges dishes to Baines. The shot by Carter, nobody around. D'Angelo Russell getting it done for Minnesota. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
They've got James Johnson, Culver out there with Lehman, and it's Noel in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Timberwolves leading by 8. Now the pass to Culver. Inside. Here's Reed. Got a piece of it. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Johnson surveying the floor. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Suns trail by 8. Kaminsky inside. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Culver kicks to Johnson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Carter left side. To the paint. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Okogie's checked in for Lehman. Here's Jerome. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Count that bucket. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And the Timberwolves with possession here, following the miss by Frank Kaminsky. Johnson inside. Kaminsky's there. Reed gets the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Suns trail by 14. Kaminsky, the pass to Carter. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And taken away by Johnson. Here's Okogie. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Kaminsky. following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Timberwolves on offense. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Here's Russell. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Russell's got 10 points in the game.
I'll tell you, D'Angelo Russell has tremendous game. This guy's superb at finding ways to capitalize.
And Devin Booker in the 3rd year of that 5-year, $158 million contract, coming off his first All-Star selection and his most efficient scoring season. Man, it's hard to imagine what's coming next.
I think, Greg, he's desperate to make the playoffs, right? He's doing his part. He's improving on the defensive end. He's been an eye-popping scorer throughout the early part of his career. Now it's all about, can he create team success?
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Sharch. Booker outside. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Johnson inside. Hernan Gomez covering. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Outside, Towns. There's Russell with the 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. The drive by Rubio. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. Towns, the pass to Russell. Here's Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Now, here's Rubio. No points in the game yet for him. Passes to Ayton. Clock at 6. Over Hernan Gomez. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, DeAndre Ayton, incredible size, incredible athleticism, and refuses to go down easy.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Layman's checked in, and a change for the Suns. Oubre's checked in. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Russell. Up again, and it's Towns on the follow. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And it's Oubre off the drive.
I tell you, like lightning. Kelly Oubre flashes through on the drive. No one quick enough to stop him.
Pass to Beasley. There's the triple. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. The Suns haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. First one falls for him.
Well, the #1 pick in the 2018 NBA draft, DeAndre Ayton, is going to be a feared big man for years to come.
Russell from long range. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Minnesota looking at a 13-point lead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. What a start for D'Angelo Russell. He had 10 points and 1 assist. And that should...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Suns, down by 15. Rubio, the pass to Johnson. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Johnson's got his first basket.
Well, Ricky Rubio has defined point guard vision. He can see the floor so beautifully.
Russell looking around. And the pass to Okogie. 6 to shoot. Here's the three. And D'Angelo Russell good for 3. Russell's got 13.
As important as spacing is in today's game, point guards must have the deep shot as part of their arsenal. D'Angelo Russell, nicely done.
Ayton finds Oubre. Shoots from the high post. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Beasley with a clean look. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed's checked in, and Culver's subbed in for Josh Okogie.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Booker. Pass to Baines. Looking to end the run. He lays it in.
And right there you see Devin Booker's feel for the game. This guy knows exactly when to give it up.
Russell against Carter. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. Minnesota making some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Layman subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. To the inside, Reed. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. He has 6.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Here's Bridges. Passes it to Kaminsky. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
Here's Culver after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Russell against Carter. The feed to Šarić. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed.
This guy is an efficient scorer. Dario Šarić knows his strengths on the offensive end and can capitalize.
Russell with a wide open look. Hit the tip. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. Suns trail by 20. Here's Kaminsky. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, great possession there. Anytime you end up at the rim with a high percentage look, perfect.
Russell from long range. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
No good from Booker. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Layman kicks to Johnson. Here's Russell. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Suns have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Booker with no one around. The three-pointer no good. Now Johnson. Pass to Reed. Down low. Lehman gets the bucket. Lehman's got his first bucket in this one.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Suns trail by 20. Beasley is out there with Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Okogie in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Tell you what makes Rubio really tough on the drive. He's practically ambidextrous.
Russell against Rubio. Russell inside. Shoots it up. 5 on the clock. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pulls up. High post. They get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Phoenix making a change here. Baines is checked in. Russell inside. Working on Booker. No good from Beasley.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Now here's Oubre. He's tightly guarded. Rubio the pass to Booker. He kicks it to Baines. Just 5 on the clock. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And it's Ayton missing.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Here's Hernangomez. And finished off by Hernangomez.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Kicks it out to Rubio. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Ayton. No good. Shot missing. Towns with the defensive effort. Shoots the 3. Kicks it out to Beasley. Launches a 3. But they'll get another chance. Hernangomez passes to Okogie. And the dunk by Towns.
Look out below. An airmail special by Cat.
Kicks it out to Rubio. And stolen by Russell. It's Beasley on the wing. Pass to Russell. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the layup's good off the glass.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
It's tipped. Outside, Towns. Oubre with the steal. Booker in the post. Covered by Beasley. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. It's deflected. Booker dishes to Baines. Kicks it out to Rubio. 5 on the clock. Here's Oubre. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. So for the Suns, Timberwolves leading by 22. Noel passes to Vanderbilt. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Noel passes to Reed. Evans feeling it out a bit. Wing shot on the way, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Minnesota.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for D'Angelo Russell.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Evans outside. Takes a three. It doesn't go for him. Now the Suns take it the other way. He lobs it up.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Here's Noel. Evans passes to Reed. To the inside. Now the pass to Spellman. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Another miss by Minnesota. Johnson inside. That one good for two.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved it.